wasn't going to let you go away without saying goodbye. I know. You have things to do. Important things. We just heard about everything you did before you arrived here. But we didn't want you to forget us. We wanted to give you something. It's not much, but maybe it will help you remember the Academy. Now, where did I put it? Don't be silly. Ah, here it is. Take my wand. It works better for you anyway. Remember me when you use it.
Stendarr protect us. Let's get out there.
We should have never come to this awful place. I miss Ebonheart. I wish I was home. Master Rastin went into the Marbragash camp and never returned. He wanted to open trade negotiations with the tribe, but I think something went wrong. He's been gone so long. What did he expect in a place called the Vale of the Ghost Snake? The Marbragash are Ashlanders, but more isolated than most. They worship a snake spirit and craft unique snakeskin leather. That's what really interested Rastin. The tribe refuses to speak to anyone from House Halalu, but maybe they'll talk to you. I think the Farseer runs the tribe, but Rastin dismissed that idea. He doesn't believe a woman could have that kind of power. I hope he didn't insult her. Anyway, Rastin went to talk to Gula Khan Harinat. That was the last time I saw him. Who knows how these places get their names? Ithrini said that the ghost snake they worship is Sithis. Nonsense if you ask me. All I know is that big snakes slither near the swamps. They looked very real to me, not ghostly at all.
last fool that visited us managed to offend almost everyone in the village. Please don't say you're here to finish the job. Outsiders have no place here. The House Hlalu Highlands should pack up and go. The trader is in Farseer Bodani's hands now. That thought also occurred to me. You think strategically, and I can appreciate that. The trader insulted the Farseer, and her anger may bring more unwanted attention to the Vale. Talk to wise woman Iru Ahan. She might be willing to help you. If you must. We don't make up stories just to frighten outsiders. This Vale is an ancient place, protected by an ancient entity. The Mabragash have served that entity for many generations. That ignorant outsider, let's just say that he mocked us and made the Farseer very angry. He will serve the Ghost Snake. The Farseer will make sure of that. We do not welcome outsiders, but we treat them with courtesy if they respect our ways.
If you so much as breathe on me, I will feed you to the snakes. I have had my fill of Outlander men. The merchant isn't your concern. His fate is in the hands of the Farseer and the Ghost Snake. Still, something disturbs the Vale. I thought it was the merchant, but now the signs and portents point to you. The signs and portents are all around us, influencing events. Can you not see them? If you want my advice, you should... Wait, what's that? Your presence has aroused the Serpent Bound.
What madness is this, restless spirits? Why have you left the sanctity of the coiled path? Be calm, spirits. Trust in the wisdom of the Ghost Snake.
This is an outrage! I want to speak to the man in charge of this tribe, you crazy woman!
Another outsider. But this one... I have seen this one in my visions. We must speak. I'm not sure if I should welcome you or curse you. This fool has pestered our hunters, importuned our wise women, and insulted me by demanding to speak to the man in charge of our tribe. I brook no challenges to my authority, or disruptions to the Vale. I was going to take him to the Ghost Snake, but all that changed when you arrived. I have seen a vision of you upon the coiled path. You have a role to play in deciding the fate of this man and our Vale. There is something unusual about you. I sense it, and certainly the Ghost Snake knows of you. Talk to this man. Take his measure. Then speak to me when you're ready to face the trial of the Ghost Snake.
I'm a master trader from House Hlalu. I'm welcome everywhere, but these people want to sacrifice me to some snake. How should I know? I'm an honest merchant. I just wanted to set up a little trade agreement with the tribe. They make some gold, we make some gold, everybody wins. Next thing I know, they tie me up and act like I committed some crime. I was soaking up the local flavor, if you know what I mean. These Mabrigash ladies are lovely, but my flirting made that witch Badani mad. Besides, they refuse to let me speak to the man in charge. Why are they being this way? Well, I did ask the Farseer to summon her boss and get me a glass of Shane, but I asked nicely and everything. Don't let them feed me to the snake. I didn't do anything wrong. I hope she listens to reason. She acts like she's in charge, but she wouldn't even listen to my proposal. Trade proposal, mind you, not a marriage proposal. Those snake hides would earn them plenty of gold. Plenty of gold for all of us.
Back inside.
Of course. Care to join me? Oh, never mind. I'm going.
I see shifting shadows and change in our... And what do you think of that, man? Yet he managed to offend and insult nearly everyone. My visions tell me that you will decide this man's fate, as well as the fate of my tribe. You will walk the coiled path and seek counsel with the ghost snake. Follow the coiled path to the Fang Spires. Collect exactly 8 bog rats along the way to make a proper offering. Few ever reach the spires. Serpent-bound ghosts will challenge you every step of the way. They already sense your presence. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the fate of merchant and Mabrigash alike. But you must speak to the ghost snake. The coiled path begins just outside the village, but know that the serpent-bound will block your way. The ghost snake has a taste for bog rats. They make a proper offering, but only if you bring exactly 8 of the plump creatures to the Fang Spires. Do not question the will of the ghost snake. Besides, that's exactly the number of rats that fit in the bag I gave you. More than that I cannot say. The mystery of the sacred number is not for the ears of an outsider. The vision I had was strong. Your choices determine the fate of merchant and Mabrigash alike. But you must speak to the ghost snake. The coiled path begins just outside the village, but know that the serpent-bound will block your way.
Stendarr, protect us from harm. Looking forward to seeing what you make with that. there.
Your offering pleases me. The warm blood was sent by those who honor and protect this veil. Most curious. Every path leads in two directions, into light and into darkness. Light and dark, good and evil, sunlight and shadow. Two sides to all things, little warm blood. Let me show you. The warm blood is skillful and cunning. The Marbrigage must make their own choices. Connect with the world outside or remain isolated. It is never only light or shadow. As long as they honor my kin and I, they are free to do as they please. Some can stay isolated in the Veil, or some may choose the outside world. Two sides of the same path. The Merchant's presence has already changed the Veil. What happens next is inevitable. I am the Ghost Snake. I am both constant and ever-changing. One thing to you, another perhaps to the Marbrigage. Aid the Marbrigage as you will. The choice is yours to make. I can send you back to the Farseer. She waits for you at her tent.
You walked the coiled path and survived? Has the ghost snake spoken? Ghost Snake is wise, but inscrutable. I had hoped he would demand that we bring the merchant to him. It's no coincidence that you arrived at the same time as the merchant. You are bound up in this. You must help us decide. I crafted a snake totem representing the entwined fates of the Mabragosh and the merchant. Get it from my tent. I will have the merchant brought here. A decision must be made. Our fate depends upon it. Now you must choose. If the Mabragosh are to remain isolated, place the totem in the fire. If we are to change our ways and trade with the Hlalu, give the totem to the merchant. He will remain in the Vale, serving the Ghost Snake. I know only that it will change us. Whether for good or ill, only time will tell. Seek guidance where you would. Speak to my people, the merchant, or even the merchant's assistant if you wish. But then you must choose.
I've spoken to some of the Mabragosh wise women. They've been perfectly polite. I've been on the receiving end of Rostin's vaunted charms a time or two. I'm not surprised he managed to offend every woman in the Vale. I wonder if the Farseer would consider another option. I don't wish Rostin ill, but I have an idea. They let Rostin live, as long as he promises never to speak of the Vale or return here. Then they sign a trade agreement with me. They deal with me, and I keep other Hlalu traders away. It's a mutually beneficial arrangement. Everyone wins. Rostin doesn't end up as snake food. I gain prestige among the Hlalu, and Mabragosh can limit the amount of influence the outside world places on the Vale. I'm surprised that a man could see the Ghost Snake and live. At first, I just wanted the merchant to go away. But I've been thinking, perhaps it wouldn't be so bad to deal with the outside world. No, many are set in their ways and fear change. But if we're cautious, we may benefit in the long run.
What's your step among the Mabragosh, outsider? Rostin claims things won't change, but I don't trust him. If you ask me, the Hlalu are just one step above thieves. If it were up to me, Rostin would have quietly disappeared the first night he arrived here. But you're the one making the decision, not me.
Our fate rests in your hands. By your next action, our fate will be sealed. If the Mabragosh are to grant access to the Vale, give the totem to the merchant. If we are to remain isolated, tending the Vale without outside interference, burn the totem in the fire.
This is madness! What kind of people are you? I demand to speak to the man in charge here.
It is done. Your choice satisfies me. Roston will serve the Ghost Snake well. You have my thanks for your sage counsel.
My village. You must help. I ran so fast that I nearly wore the scales from my feet. Pirates attacking right now. They're pillaging our homes and taking captives. Go find Varazine. He's our elder. He told me to run and find help. I've run so fast I can't run anymore. Talk to Varazine. He'll know what to do.
Good quality there.
The temple appears as a nest disturbed. The Dark Elves...
There is no hospitality here, stranger. Our village was attacked. Khajiit pirates. They're raiding our village, taking slaves and supplies. We couldn't stop them. They're merciless. Just a few of us made it to the gate. It's not safe for my people here. But I won't leave without Leovata. My mate, and our spiritual leader. She was in the village when the pirates attacked. I'm just an old salt rice farmer outsider. I beg you, find her and bring her back. Leovata is a skilled mage, but she is still just one Saxhleel. Please, find her and bring her back safely. She guides us to live in peace and simplicity. She is the sun and rain that nourishes our small group. We came here to follow her teachings, to escape the violence of the world and live uncomplicated lives. We are the Saxhleel. It's what we call ourselves in our native Gel tongue. Only the Smoothskins call us Argonians. We lived here peacefully, tending our fields, until the pirates set upon us. We tried to follow the pure stream, but that path isn't always easy. Instinct tells us to form a fist and strike, especially when the enemy is upon us. But we are not warriors. We have no weapons or armor, and we are afraid.
Why couldn't you be content to stay with us in this warm, fertile place? Oh, my head. I thought you were my egg brother, Seeks the Night. He led them to us. He hated that my mate was the village elder. He even gave the invaders our sacred relics. Such treachery in our own clutch. You are not Saxalil. Why would you help us? Still, I should not refuse such an offer. The Khajiit stole our sacred stones, and their sorceress took our Hist branch. We brought it all the way back from Black Marsh when we settled here. Hurry! The Khajiit do not care about what they stole. They could damage the relics. Can you get them back before that happens? If you do, meet me at the large rocks to the north of the village. I'll answer what I can, but ask quickly. They set up a tent for her along the shore. I'm sure you'll find her there, gloating over the treasure she stole from our village. And Seeks the Night gave her the Hist branch as a gift. That's the most profane disrespect a Saxalil can show. Yes, as much as it pains me to admit it, my egg sack of a brother always believed he would be the next village elder, but Varazin was chosen instead. Seeks the Night always hated Varazin, but to doom us to slavery, I spit on my own egg brother.
You don't want to do this, little brat from Marvar. Think again.
Circle around.
Stendarr, protect us from harm. Anything good?
Light it up!
To the side! Go around!
Ready to write the next chapter?
Have you found our stones and the branch? I'm glad my trust was well placed. To lose the Hist branch, that would have been too much tragedy for me. Six the Knight has caused me more than enough pain. How could he betray us to the pirate slavers? Is his heart really so full of hate? The Khajiit use chains and locks to bind the captured villagers. Find the key and set them free. It seems so simple when I say it, but I'm sure this river hides jagged rocks. It is beyond my abilities. Just a little advice. Start at that large tent. That's where I'd hide my key if I were a Khajiit. If you are not killed and left to the crabs, I will meet you at the meditation mound when you are finished. Watch for Six the Knight. He is like a vile mist that slips through the narrowest of cracks. Once free, they will hide in the marsh until the Khajiit are done looting our village. They're lazy creatures, easily distracted. They will grow bored and depart long before they can capture us again. Only the sacred stones and the Hist branch matter. Anything else they take is just a thing, unimportant and easily replaced. But the villagers, they cannot be replaced. Please, save them.
Arrogant dry-skin, meddling in the affairs of the Saxhalil. And you're an outsider fumbling around in events you don't understand. Leave this place before you do something you'll regret.
That's the end of that tale.
Set me free.
On my honor.
I'm glad to see you.
From the sides!
Got to get out of here.
You persist in annoying me. You are as irritating as a marsh fly. Why try to mend what is already broken beyond repair? You've spent too much time with miserable Dark Elves and stupid Nords. I'll not be baited by your taunts. I'm long gone from this place, fool. You're speaking to an echo. You cannot harm me any more than you can hurt your own shadow. And I will enjoy watching you fumble and fail. Go back to my sister and tell her of her thin-scaled mate's failure. Varazine was never worthy to lead the village. He couldn't stop me, and he was never worthy of my sister.
Have you rescued the villagers captured by the Khajiit? He fears vengeance for all he's done, and he's right to be afraid. But he forgets the power of the Hist. I believe we can use the Hist to force him to return. Perhaps that is why he took the branch and gave it to the Khajiit in the first place. It's said a Saxhleel can sometimes be called home by the Hist. I'll give you the branch. Use it to mark the door to my brother's home. If it summons him, kill seeks the night. Kill my brother.
No! The Hist calls to me, pulls me back.
Give it all you've got!
You have returned. Is he... The traitor is dead. but that brings me no joy. I can only hope that Silent Mire will be left in peace once more. I'll return the branch to Leovata. Take this, friend. It's not much, but it's what we can spare.
Oh no, my poor wasps.
Might be something useful in that sack over there.
You startled me. I thought you were a Khajiit pirate. I couldn't just leave the wasps. I made a mixture that fooled them into thinking we're part of their hive. I thought they'd be wonderful guard creatures, but not so much. But I've got a new formula that should turn them into an angry army. Let's see, a half-dozen wasp gizzards. But then you would have to get to my hut on the shore to make the concoction. I left my alchemy journal there. When it's made, toss the mixture onto the tree outside my hut. That will rile the wasps up. I thought the wasps could be useful. I had some success with the process, as you can see by my sweet Chezik here. But they are skittish creatures, especially when they reach their full size. I was saving these. They're rather tasty when roasted and seasoned properly. Since you're helping us, it would only be fair to give you what I have. My hut has everything you need. A calcinator, an alembic, a mortar, and all the essentials. My alchemy journal should also be there. Just follow the instructions and you'll be good to go. Don't worry, my journal contains all the details. I wrote everything down. Ever since that accident with the fire salts and ectoplasm, my memory has been a bit shaky. Or was it fire salts and fly amanita? I can never remember exactly.
What the?
You're back, and you're not full of stinger holes. I heard their angry buzzing from here, and the yelps of the Khajiit. That's wonderful. You would make a good alchemy apprentice, but some other time. I've too much to do right now.
What? Haven't you ever seen a... Come, do your trading here.
This is taking longer than I'd planned.
Merchant to the great houses.